Bonjour, hello, and welcome to this PR rendezvous number 82. We used to do many of those PR rendezvous on Facebook. Now we're on LinkedIn, and also for those who want to watch those on YouTube, of course, we're there as well. So PR rendezvous today, 82, where we talk about no one is waiting for your press release. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome. You can type them in. I'll be happy to answer any topic about public relations if you wish. For those who don't know me, I'm Nata from NATA PR. I founded the NATA PR school where I'm teaching young entrepreneur or not so young entrepreneurs sometimes, marketing people who want to refresh, want to know what's happening now on the front of PR and how we combine it with social media, how we work with influencers. I manage in my daily work a public relations agency, NATA PR, and I created this program actually for those who wanted to learn more about PR and how an incredible and powerful tool it is. So let's dig in the subject for this PR rendezvous. So no one's waiting for your press release, and that's the truth. Unless you are a public company, and by law you have to send your results every quarter. You have to publish your financial results. So of course, some companies, some journalists are following you and they want to know what's happening with you. So yes, this kind of press release is expected and you have to send it out. Or, as I'd like to say, you're Cirque du Soleil or Celine Dion, and we've heard in the grapevine that you're working on a new show, a new song, a new movie, and of course, this press release will be highly expected and will create results, instant results. But otherwise, between you and I, my friends, no one's waiting for you. No one's waiting for your press release. It's the truth. Why? Simply because, journalists or influencers, they have no idea that you've been working for the past 3 years, creating this amazing new product, new concept, new online store. They don't know about it. And maybe they're busy in their lives and doing some other things, writing about some other topics. So they have no clue that you have been spending so much time reinventing the world, right? So of course they're not expecting your press release, but they might be very interested by it. So that's the first thing. The other thing too is that, of course, no one knows, but they don't know either that what did I wanted to share with you guys that, you need to know also that our friend journalists, they already have a long list of topics to treat, and maybe their list is already, so it's not going to be instant. It doesn't mean they're not interested by your press release, but it's just that they're so busy. They have a long list already of topics to write about, and many of them, let's say you're interested by a food journalist that writes about food often, but that journalist might be writing about 4 other different topics as well. Can be retail. Sometimes they review books, and so many of them write more than 5 articles in a week, 5 pieces, 5 main articles in a week. So they don't, before they pay attention to your press release, you see what I mean? So it might take some time. So you have to know that as well. The other thing that that we hear very often is, well, this press release doesn't sell. Well, you need to know that the press release is not a sales tool. It's not an ad. And I really like to talk about that very often. So there's kind of some confusion. I guess, we all have this image in our head when we come to the press release. We all believe that we know what it is. We've heard this expression, this word. It's like public relations. Everybody has something in their brain when they hear public relations. They have something in their mind, but unless you've worked with an agency or you've done it yourself, or you become a public relations professional, you don't really know the extent of what it is, and it's still abstract, right? So this is what I'm telling my clients. So it's the same thing when you send your press release. Journalists are not expecting it, first of all, and they're not in your shoes. They don't know that you guys spend so much time preparing this launch or this product, and it's not an ad. And this is something we hear very often, and my employees every week probably hear me say, bon, confusion again. So there's this confusion among our clients and their marketing team. And this is what they tell us very often. First of all, they tell us, well, this it's not good enough, this press release, because it doesn't sell enough what we are proposing. Then I'm like, okay, what do you mean by it's not selling enough? What do you think we should change? And the thing is, this is why there's this confusion between press release and ad. A press release is not an ad. A press release is there to, first of all, inform, announce something, present like basic information about your product and your service, the what, where, when, and where is it available? Why are you sending me this information? Well, it's a new product. We're using this new ingredient, this new technology, this new packaging. You see, there's very often in the type of public relations that we do, because we promote consumer goods, there's always something new, different, an innovation, a different way of doing something. It might be something local. If it's in the food industry, sometimes it's a lot about this is a new beverage. We cannot call it milk anymore because it has 18 grams of protein, so more like double the protein that milk, for example. So you see, this is interesting. There's something different. And so why are you sending that information out? This press release is really a tool to help influencers and journalists to talk about you, to write about you. It's not there to make you shine. So sometimes our marketing people, our marketing friends think that, oh, this is not good enough. We should say that this is the number one product, number one seller in its category, number one in this, number one. Yes, but they won't write about that necessarily. This is not what interests a journalist, because what they want is to inform. They're there to inform their viewers, their listeners, their readers, of course, depending on their media. And so their job is to give some information. They can they can criticize something, of course, but it's not for you to tell them my product is the best in the world. First of all, they won't believe you. Second, let them qualify. Maybe your product is amazing. Let the product talk. Let the product do its own job. So that's why it's important to send them some products sometimes to let's say, if it's a food journalist, if it's a beauty journalist, of course, now it makes complete sense to send them your product so they can really experiment it, test it, try it out. So the press release is some people think that we don't, it's an old tool, we don't need it anymore. Well, you're wrong, my friend. It's still the number one tool in public relations. Why? Listen to this. 76% of journalists say, this is in a survey from Cision, the state of the media. I love that survey that they publish every year. It's for free. You can go on their website and download it. So 76% of journalists, of the thousands of journalists they've interviewed, say they want to receive a press release, information that makes sense, that is going to be useful for them. Oh, hello, Susan. So I have someone there. Would love to show you my product. Yes, would love to see it, Susan. Okay, let me just, if I do this, I think I can show you. Can you see the information? Can I click on your link? You know what? Sometimes the platform don't allow you. So I'm just going to take a screenshot, but it's going to be there because now I see you. Yes, I'd love to see what you're doing. Let's keep in touch. So yes, press release. I don't know if you have a specific question about, the topic of the day, which is the press release. And for those who are connecting, I'm going to be sharing with you our new document that we created for those who want to create press releases on their own. It's kind of a template. It's really a very interesting. I'm really happy about this tool. Let me just find the link so you have it in English right here. So if you are interested, Susan, here it is. Let me know if you see it. Normally I could probably do this, share it. And probably I have to do this as well. I don't know if you can click on the link. Let me know if I do this, if you can click on it. So this is our freebie, Susan. You can also send me a link to my own email, which is so easy. If you don't find, if you don't remember, you can go on our website, natapr.com, but you can find me at natapr.com. Very interesting. Thank you, Susan, for connecting. So today we're talking about the press release, and I'd like to say it's, even if it's still the number one tool that you need, it's also a fact and a truth. You need to know that nobody's expecting it. So no one's waiting for your press release unless you know you're a public company or a famous personality. But it doesn't mean you should not write one and take the time to put all your basic information in the press release, because this is a tool that media want. And if you don't do that, if you don't send out press release to media that talk about your industry or your type of product, well, good chances are that your competitors are going to be there and they might be taking all the space. So this space is also there for you, my friends. So if you have a great product, you should communicate and reach out to people and let them know, because this is how you're going to increase your visibility. So voila. So today we're talking about no one wants to receive your, no one's expecting, sorry, big difference. No one's expecting your press release. And I'll be talking again next week. And this is PR Rendezvous number 82. And eventually, let me see if I do this. So I'll be there next week and for the coming weeks. And if you want to reach out, please do. I'll be happy to help you out. And more than anything, I hope you'll be joining me next week.